My name is Father James Kenobi, the Pastoral Coordinator for the Archdioceses of Nairobi. In this office, we work with Father Alex Nganga, the Assistant Pastoral Coordinator. In the Archdiocese, mainly we handle various departments and various activities, coordinating the pastoral calendar for the activities and assisting the local ordinary on various things that pertains to the pastoral coordination in the Archdiocese of Nairobi, especially the CMA, the CWA, the Catechist, etc., plus all the solidarities and groups in the Archdiocese of Nairobi. I'm also happen to be working in Holy Spirit Parish, Meguta, as the Father in charge. A Jubilee is a special holy year that is dedicated mostly for the remission of sins and more so for the universal pardon of all the Christians in the Catholic Church. Initially, from a Jewish tradition, the Jubilee Year, especially reading from the book of Leviticus, it connoted 50 years where people sanctified their lives, recognizing God as the creator, the owner, and the protection of the whole world. And this was a year that was declared as a year of freedom, liberty, and dedication to worship to God Himself. And the book of Leviticus defines a Jubilee, where people go back to God in prayer and dedication, and they receive a special release from God. So when we talk about the Jubilee year, it was initially started by the Holy Father, Pope Boniface VIII, in the year 1300. At this time, in Rome, and where Holy Father, at that particular time, the world had experienced a lot of suffering, that is famine, plagues, and wars. And therefore, he declared a Jubilee year to soften the terrible times. So therefore, Jubilee is a time where we can literally see the heavens open and forgiveness and pardon for sins is given and declared by the Holy Father. This year, the Holy Father now has declared the Jubilee year of hope. Our focus and our theme is pilgrims of hope. Therefore, we shall, and of course now, the key thing that we shall be doing, and the Holy Father has declared, is a year of prayer. So therefore, it's also in the ordinary sense to call it Jubilee Year of Prayer 2025 with the theme Pilgrims of Hope, ama kwa Kiswahili tunaita mahujaji wa matumaini.
My name is Reverend Father Bernard Kabio. I'm the liturgy coordinator in the Archdiocese of Nairobi. And I also serve in this parish, St. Patrick's Thika, as the Father in charge. Pope Francis has declared year 2025 as a Jubilee year, and the theme is that we are pilgrims of hope. Just to remind ourselves that as Christians, we are on a journey. We are not here to stay. We are pilgrims, and in this pilgrimage, we need to have hope in life. There are so many challenges and problems surrounding us, and we need to have hope as we shall be celebrating in the course of next year. In the first place, as we may be aware, the year shall be inaugurated by Pope Francis himself in the Vatican, at the Basilica of St. Peter. And then on 29th of December, during the solemnity of the Holy Family of Nazareth in the Archdiocese of Nairobi, the various bishops will be opening the doors of the designated churches. There will be one door at the Holy Family Minor Basilica. The second door will be at St. Peter and Paul Parish in Kiambu. The third door will be here at St. Patrick's Parish in Thika. And then the fourth door will be at Divine Word, Kayole. And then we also have another door at the Resurrection Garden. Then on 5th of January, on the solemnity of Epiphany, two more doors will be opened. One at St. Francis Limuru Town, and the other one at Martyrs of Uganda Church in Gatundu. So in the opening of these doors, we shall see our bishops going to these designated churches, and there will be a celebration that will be preceded by a procession. So procession will take place from various points, depending on how the respective churches are going to agree. And the mass actually will start there with the procession, just as we normally do on Palm Sunday. So the bishop will start the mass there, and there's a designated cross that will be put in these designated churches. And so the Christians, upon arrival there, the mass will start. There will be the proclamation of the gospel, and there will also be reading of an extract of the bull of indiction from Pope Francis. And then the procession will take place to the church. Upon arriving at the church, the bishop will elevate the cross for the Christians to see at the door of the church, and then there will be a procession to the sanctuary where the cross will be placed for veneration, not just that day, but in the course of that year. And then also the bishop will bless the holy water and sprinkle the people with it. The significance of this cross is to remind us of our salvation history, and that is through the cross of Jesus that we are saved. And when this cross is put there, it shall be venerated by the pilgrims who will be coming from various parts of the Archdiocese. You realize that these 7 churches are at strategic points, like the one here at Thika will serve the Christians of Thika and Ruiru deaneries. Although still people can come from whatever deanery if they choose to come here in the course of next year, so they'll be coming for a pilgrimage as pilgrims of hope. So basically that is the rite that we are going to follow on 29th of December and on 5th of January.
Well, the Jubilee Year has caused us now to make and propose several activities that shall be done by parishes, by pastors, and the Christians throughout this period of the Jubilee Year 2025. One of the things that we shall be doing is to dedicate all the families to the kingship and shepherdhood of Christ and motherhood of our Mother Mary. We are proposing to have Jubilee weddings from the parish level, deanery, and archdiocesan levels. We are hoping to also to encourage Christians to pray as families in their homes, to encourage Christians for daily attendance of masses, promotion of adoration in weekly basis in all our stations and parishes. Also encourage Christians to frequent the sacrament of confession and reawaken our small Christian communities through pilgrims of hope to the above mentioned parishes in the Archdiocese. We shall also encourage, being the Jubilee, the Golden Jubilee of the small Christian communities in the Messiah region, to do recollections and retreats, especially in these particular churches. We shall also organize ongoing formation for Christians and also encourage home blessings. This will go and align to the theme of the Archdiocese in the year 2025, that is strengthening faith in families through small Christian communities as pilgrims of hope. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1.
There is a slogan that the Archbishop has given us as a form of greeting, like I greet you, pilgrims of hope, you respond together in prayer. In Kiswahili we are saying mahujaji wa matumaini, tunajibu pamoja katika sala. So as an archdiocese, we intend to celebrate this year, reminding ourselves that, one, we are supposed to be pilgrims of hope. We are supposed to be very hopeful in life despite the challenges and the problems. Secondly, prayer is a very important tool. So together, you remember we are still in the spirit of the synod on synodality. We are working together. So we are supposed to continue journeying together in prayer, praying for each other. And then we are also celebrating the Golden Jubilee of the small Christian communities in the Messiah region. So that is also something that small Christian communities are urged to keep in mind, that we are celebrating the Jumuiyas. We are supposed to revive the spirit of Jumuiyas in the course of the Jubilee Year 2025. And also we are also celebrating our families. The Family Life Office will be giving us direction exactly what to do, but generally we also want to celebrate our families. So in the course of next year, as the Jubilee Year, Christians are expected to be visiting these churches, the 7 designated churches where the doors will be opened, and then as an office, as the liturgy office, we are going to issue a guide on what you are supposed to do when you visit these churches. We visit these churches in form of recollections, retreats, prayer days, and so on and so forth. So just to come and deepen our faith and remind ourselves of this theme that we are pilgrims of hope. So a program will be rolled out next year, both by the pastoral and the liturgy office. But Christians are urged to take advantage of this year and come to these churches. They are going to gain to get indulgences through passing through these doors, but indulgences are not enough. They are also supposed to remember that the sacrament of penance and reconciliation is the one that has real efficacy of forgiveness of sins. So once they pass through these doors, they are also encouraged to take time to go for confessions and revive that spirit of visiting the sacrament of confession or penance and reconciliation, so that all of us may be reconciled by God. At the end of the day, what we want to achieve is a church that has more vibrant, more Christian communities, a church that has more prayer for people, and a church that has people who are frequenting the sacrament of penance and reconciliation, and then all our families come together. Those people who have not solemnized their marriages, I believe they will be charged, and then they do so that they may be participating fully in the church, in the mass, and in other liturgical activities.
Tujonge pamoja katika sala, tusafiri pamoja. Kwa kweli sisi ni mahujaji wa matumaini, matumaini yatuweke salama, na tunawatakia Krismasi njema na mwaka mpya wa Jubilee mwaka 2025 wenye neema na baraka, kutoka kwa kitengo cha uratibu wa shughuli za kichungaji Jimbo Kuu la Nairobi, Father James Kinothia Njau.